one of the guys that first started the so-called Afrobeat industry that has really gone wild all over the world. When there was no Afrobeat at all, these are the guys that actually gave a taste of what it's like to change the old entertainment industry in Nigeria. And I'm talking in all no other person than our able and still dropping with loads of bats is Eedris AbdulKareem.
Salute,
Welcome.
salute,
How are
salute,
you, sir?
salute, salute. I'm doing great, my brother. How you doing?
I'm great.
What's
I'm
up?
great. I'm great. It's good to see you here and thank you for your time. Basically,
Thank
I'm not
you,
going to
thank you.
waste more time because trust me, the issue on ground is really, 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 really hot. And like I said earlier in the intro, the entertainment industry has played a vital game. And I saw your protest as well, man. How come you're not getting younger, you're still getting stronger? What's going on? I could see your energy. Like, gosh, still the same Idris Abdul Karim I know 20, 25 years ago, still going stronger. Well done to you.
To gr- well, the grace of God is everything, and if you're living in truth, you'll be refreshed every day of your life. Also, my advice to my brothers in diaspora and the ones in Nigeria should also be very, 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 very particular about their health by giving themselves time to
Hmm.
check up on their health. So I'll also advise that you all should consume more of moringa. Moringa, Google it, you see all the benefits of moringa.
Okay.
It's and this is Africa. This is true. This is organic. This is fact. This is
I
why I've
know.
been so strong, and this is why I've been doing my thing. And to God be the glory. What is happening at the moment is a vindication of everything that I talked about and 20 years ago. I mean, unofficially, I dropped Jaga Jaga 2002, and
I
officially we
was going
stood
to,
at
I
2000.
was actually going to come to that. I was actually going to come to that. My first question, yeah, that links to that Jaga
Yeah,
Jaga, yeah. You're one of
yeah.
the few veterans in Nigeria, yeah, entertainment industry that took the time and the energy to physically participate in the struggle to end SARS. When I saw you today,
Yeah.
that take me back to that song, Nigeria Jaga Jaga. You did that song for a reason. And even things wasn't that bad then you dropped this song. Now, looking at the state of the country now, one question I want to ask you is that why are you so passionate? I know you were passionate then, but you're still passionate and concerned with the situation. Why?
Nigeria is our country. I don't have a dual citizenship, just like you guys that are in the UK, in America. Um, um, and my children and children, great grandchildren to come would ask me questions that, Dad, Grandpa, during your time, what did you do to fight to emancipate the people and let the people wake up? The irony and the fact about this situation is that when we got independent, the military intentionally made sure that Nigerians were not educated. If you go to the north, you find out that the percentage of education is just few. Meanwhile, the elites in the north will educate their own children in America and London. Same thing. And anyway, it's different than the southwest and south. Education and ignorance is the biggest thing that can ever happen to is the worst thing that can ever happen to a nation. And education is the biggest thing that can ever happen to a nation. So the time that I sang Jaga Jaga, there were a couple of that were happening, and that was the moment we got GSM and all that. That was the moment of Obasanjo, 1999. We got democracy, he became the president. Why all that was going on, Obasanjo himself has made a lot of mistake, but the point is to accept your mistake, that you truly made a mistake, and call professionals and technocrats in the industry to put you through. Just but because of um, because of greed and pride and sentiment that has to do with all kind of sentiment, the president became a mini god. So when President Obasanjo was the president of Nigeria at that moment, he had corrupted the National Assembly. That was the biggest mistake we had. I mean, we had so much senators, House of Rep members that are not doing anything and they're just sitting there. They're collecting salaries in millions since 1999. And when they are off, they go for governorship. Some of them come back to the Senate, and all because Nigerians are not educated. They don't see no reason why they should stand up and fight for the right. These people they are our servants. It's either they are civil servants or public servants. You know what I mean? And it's so sad that when I sang Jaga Jaga at that moment, I knew it's going to take some people a lot of times to realize that, okay, wait a minute. This is what it is. I mean, I was crucified. I was abused. I was called different names. In fact, some of them say, na papa leave at the smoke, say no big boy at the smoke, say na papa leave at the smoke, say my head no correct. I mean, different things were said, but 20 years ago when I sang the song, 20 years later, Nigerians are just waking up from their slumber. I mean, I have DM, I have inbox messages, people calling saying that, Eedris, when you sang this song, we thought you were crazy, you didn't know what you were saying. Please accept my apology. I mean, I would just laugh at it like, oh, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a good thing that everybody is waking up. And this time around, Nigerians need to stand for their right, fight for their right. And first thing they need to do is our constitution must be destroyed, and we need a new constitution, and that can only happen if Nigeria is restructured. And I don't think those in the north would want to restructure Nigeria. You know what I mean? And that also is a positive reason for those who want to agitate. They have the right to agitate for Oduduwa nation. There are the other ones. Nnamdi Kanu has the right to agitate for Biafra. Southern Kaduna people have been massacred, have been killed, have been lynched. Governors in the north didn't say a word. People have been killed in the northeast. So Borno, school children were kidnapped. Leah Shaibu is still in captivity, and we have a president that actually rose through some few Yoruba individuals to become president and promises every change. Promises $1 to $1. So many lies and all that, just because of their selfish interest. They were not prepared. Actually, they were not prepared for leadership. It's so sad we find ourselves in this situation. I want to congratulate the Nigerian youth for waking up from their slumber, and I want to tell them that, listen, man, I did this 20 years ago. Obasanjo crucified me. I was arrested. My house was burnt down in Kano while I was making money, trying to make sure that try to make sure that I educated Nigerians about the future and what was going to happen. I was crucified. A lot of multinationals didn't call me for events because they want me to kiss ass. I don't want to kiss your ass. If I'm satisfied by minds, moringa and strawberry for airport for airport, and so we are not looking forward to kiss anybody's ass, not to speak the truth. Nigeria is our country. I checked on I checked on Google and I saw that Canadian is one of the biggest. That was one of the best country in terms of education. I've found out that children from 1 to 18 got free education. You can imagine all that. When is Nigeria? I'm happy the youth. They're all waking up now. They're all up. Stand for your rights.
Thank you so
Our
much.
demands are very simple.
Yeah, so much. I would, based on what you're saying, I want to believe that you make it clear that Nigeria is a failed country. And when we're talking about oppression, I don't think it ends with the tax, because basically you yourself are being a victim of somebody speaking out in the past. You did mention earlier that you were arrested You were detained just because you spoke your mind, and yet Nigeria is claiming to be a country that has what they call freedom of speech. I want to hear from you. Was it true that you were actually assaulted, you were beaten for saying your mind out? Yeah, you did mention about being dead, but what was your ordeal then? Because I believe it's the same thing that the SARS, what is happening now with the SARS on the grassroots level is basically what is happening from the top. And you yourself have been a witness and you've been a victim to that.
Listen,
Will you tell us more about what you experienced in
listen.
the hands of the Nigerian? Mr. Idris, are you there?
Listen, first everybody understand born as Turayo Ajeni Fuja, a Yoruba boy that was born in Kano. I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Sorry, we're having
Hello?
a bit of difficulty with the network, but I'm sure that Mr. Idris will come back to us shortly.
Hello?
Hello,
I'm
Mr.
right
Idris, are
here.
you
I'm
still
right
there?
here. Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay, while we're waiting for Mr. Idris, yeah, as I was saying earlier, this is a gentleman that has a passion to make things happen in Nigeria.
Hello?
Now
Can
we're
you hear
talking
me?
about,
Hello?
okay, yeah, Mr. Idris is
Hello?
back now. Thank you. Yeah, I can hear you
Can you
clearly
hear
now,
me?
Mr. Idris. Yeah,
Yeah.
welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So listen, man, this is the thing. When I became a man at the age of 14, I was told to get out of my neighbor's house where I went to watch TV. I just got back from school, and while I was leaving, um, the owner of the house said, "Father, to buy you." That kept ringing in my brain, and I walked up to my mom and I was like, "Hey, mom, what's going on? Kilo Shele, Baba mi da. Where's my dad? You told me he travels." And my mom started crying. At that moment, I was scared. I thought I had said something wrong. Just growing up, I learned everything from my mom. Now, listen, my mom was now like, "Listen, man, you didn't say anything wrong. You have the right to express yourself." It's just like I flashed back. She flashed back and remember a lot of things. And I was that moment she told me that my dad was dead, that my dad wasn't coming back. That I was 2 years old when my dad died, and she had to. She was pregnant of me, and she brought me to Kano, and she gave back to me in Kano. Now, at that moment, I knew that I had responsibilities. First, responsibility that I had to take care of my mom in to come. While that was happening, I got to also understand that God called me to speak for the voice of the voiceless. And that if I can satisfy everything that God has said that we should do with our talent, then I am fulfilled, because it's not about the money, the fame, it's about the legacy that you're going to leave behind. I'm a student of Fela. I learned from Fela, and I understood a lot of things that, listen, music is about revolution, is an experience, voice of the music is about value, music is education. So I understood that, listen, man, this is what I wanted to do. Many people feel so like, this guy must be very stupid. He's talented and he's using his music to talk about that. Not imagine people can, 20 years ago when I went different events. I was several 20 years in. My best, they were taken to Abuja underground cell. We were taken to Kano cell.
Wow.
Meanwhile, listen, meanwhile, some of these boys, you'll be so shocked that Obasanjo didn't ask them to come and arrest me. But because of eye service, because of stupidity, because of ignorance, they judged years. And the last time I dropped an album was 10 years ago. So and afterward, okay, let me drop another new album for these people and tell them that nothing has changed, really. I just dropped nothing but the truth. My brother, we went through hell. My voice was arrested. The same place they kept Kiamo, Festus Kiamo, that is now hobnobbing with President Muhammad Buhari, that rose to success, lying that he is a freedom fighter. Now he's not joining them, he's fighting. You know, it's crazy. Listen, man, if Nigerians are, I'll keep on repeating the later talked about. So finally, you all are just waking up to realize that, okay, wait a minute, man, this is some real ish going on. People are suffering, people are dying. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, you hear people committing because of poverty, because of lack, bad leadership, because of electricity tariff, because of all sorts of taxes, banks and the government. You did not create employment. You did not give them good road. You did not give them. You did not give them education. Finished from school, they had to go and look for Okada to ride just to survive. People don't even believe him anymore. So I mean, it's the reason why the reason are coming out now to actually protest, frustrated that they are hungry. They finally understood that, okay, wait a minute, man. I think this has nothing to do with social media. We need to go out there and show our love. So you can see all the young musicians coming up, going to protest and doing this. It's not because they truly care about Nigeria. It's because they've not been able to play show for a long time. And truly, their fans are hungry. Truly, their fans are...
I was about to ask you that question, actually. Because I know for sure, because I was one of the lucky ones there that was that had remedies in a hand then. If you remember your group, then you, Tony Tetsula, and all that. And then you guys were on top, you guys were doing well. And just not too long after the you started
they just take light now. Sam, they just take light. You see, Nigeria no jaga, they just take light. So now I have to go and put on the generator.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching,
so
that is one thing we're saying about Nigeria. That Nigeria is a failed state. You can, as we've seen
I'll be right
now,
back. Let me put on the gen. Let me put on the gen.
Our guest has just been taken off just like that. We that in the diaspora will be wondering what's going on. All of a sudden, everything just went dark. And this is the point that we're trying to talk about. That Nigeria itself is a failed country. Yes, we'll be waiting. We're going to be having our guest back. But then, I want to say something. It's a good thing that the Nigerian youth are waking up. But the fact remains the same, that there's a bigger problem to deal with, which I think is in the Nigerian government. Self is just an element out of 100 issues affecting Nigeria. Now, the entertainment industry, someone like Eedris AbdulKareem, I've been one of the people leading the forefront to fight against this injustice. And I don't think the injustice is just with SARS. The injustice is actually from the top. When 20 years ago released that song, we all then, I won't lie to you, we all then were just enjoying ourselves because we actually thought, okay, this is entertaining. But there was a message. There was a message in that song. We never knew that things is going to be this terrible. And I would like to say that just like our father Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Eedris AbdulKareem is a prophet as well. He saw this thing happening. Why so many artists were there? They were just singing to glorify themselves, to get themselves out there.
like
Okay,
you
Mr. Idris, are you back?
say that
Are you back? Okay, I can see you. Okay, you're still echoing. Can you hear me loud and clear?
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I
So,
can hear you. Yeah, can you hear me
yeah, I can
clearly?
hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. So
So
what I
listen
was saying
carefully.
is that
Me,
when you
can hear
came
you.
out then,
Yeah.
it was because you were upset. You were not happy with the situation. And it's like you've seen the future of where things are going. Will you say the current Nigerian youth, and I mean most especially the artists in your own shoe, yeah, during that time that things were really bad, do you think they still have the same passion you had then? Or do you think, or what will you say they are more concerned? You were trying to talk about it earlier, but it's like you're trying to bring the words out of my mouth, and I want to put it to you. Will you say the agenda is the same to when you did yours? Uh, Hello, sir. Are you still there?
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, clear. I can let you loud and clear.
Okay. So basically these generation artists are busy singing about things that are not necessary. There are times for everything, and there is time for everything. Listen carefully, my brother, man. Um, the reason why these artists of this generation are known all over the world, it's because I fought for the revolution. I fought for economic equality during the 50 Cent saga 2004 when I said that, listen, man, nobody will be taking advantage of our artists anymore. Whatever you are giving the
True.
foreign artists, that's what you're giving the African artists. So I paid with my career. I have fought for Nigeria in so many cases. I paid with my career to make sure that these boys gets to fly the business class that they are flying today and get to enjoy all the privileges of great business deals from America. So I am the gateway. I am the gateway of Afrobeat music to America, UK, and all that. Because back then, Nigerian artists were treated like slaves. They chased them out of the backstage. They hit them with cane, beat them up. Some of them will have to call and beg to be on a show. You don't understand what I'm saying. Now, today, they all feel like it is their talent that actually made them who they are. No, some people fought for that. Unfortunately, history will pay me for that. You know, posterity will pay me for that. But my fact
Amen.
is this:
Amen.
my fact is this. My fact is this. Why this is happening? These boys are busy singing songs that are not adding value to the lives of people. Why people are being killed in Kaduna? Why people have been killed in the northeast? Why people have been killed and harassed and in the southwest and southeast? Why people are committing suicide? So they are so selfish, and it's all about themselves just because they say they feel like, you know, if you talk about reality songs, political issues, you might be giving yourself problems for multinationals to call you for events. Are you kidding me? God forbid what breaks out of Nigeria tomorrow. These individuals will take their dual citizenship and run away. That time they will not say they are
True.
Nigerians. Meanwhile, they've been in the UK, they've been in the US, and the American system never gave them the opportunity to make it. But they all had to come back to the same Nigeria to come and make it and become superstars. You can imagine all that. So now that it has gotten to none of them has ever come out and speak about reality-ish in their songs. No, 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 no. It's either they steal from Afrobeat beats and start talking about women and boobs and disrespecting women. Listen, man, Africa is Africa, America is America. You understand what I'm saying? We have culture and traditions that leads this country. You understand what I'm saying? And if the artists have continued the way they have continued, and it never gotten to them one time, they never felt the pain. Just of recent, a lot of them have been harassed. That's why they are all coming out. Just of recent, they are not playing shows. That's why they are all coming out now. Just of recent, a Nigerian artist's father was killed by the Boko Haram militant in the north. And at that moment, he got to understand that, listen, man, it's his responsibility to stand singing about reality songs. So do you have to wait till it gets to you? So all these things that you are seeing, it's strictly hypocrites. It's hypocrisy. Now imagine one of them stood up and went to Abuja and they got to a closed door meeting. In that closed door meeting, I will be challenging with facts and with so much power in my voice, non-violence, the Inspector General of Police of my demands. But the man was just trying to intimidate him. He was telling him that it's good to recognize you with one of the protester, and immediately the poor boy didn't understand what was happening, and he was like, I didn't protest with them. I just came for my fans. He was so confused. He does not even know anything about leadership. He does not even know the reason why he was there in the first place. But if he is properly educated and if he is truly interested in Nigeria, don't forget that history has been taken away from our school curriculum. So most of them don't even understand the history. So a lot of them are just doing what they are doing just because, one thing, they have not played show for a long time. They are hungry. Two, they have been harassed by the member of the SARS severally. Three, because they just wanted to come out and take a shine with their international friends that they actually came out to protest. Eye service.
Eye service. Eye service, not like the original back then Eedris AbdulKareem that came out with like courageous saying Nigeria jaga jaga, this stuff have to be addressed. Well done, well done. Another question I want to ask you, yeah. Let me see how to put this question. Do you think that without the entertainment industry, Nigerian youth can't make case for themselves? And the reason why
They
I'm
will
saying
never,
this is that,
they will listen. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, the reason why I'm saying is that the youths were actually challenging all the artists, all the celebrities. It's like they were bullying them, which I'm sure, like you said, that some of them, not because they're really educated or concerned about what is going on, but because they want to do it because they have to do it probably for their own gain. I'm
That's right.
always on social media and I could see a lot of bullying happening. My question is here, is it that the Nigerian youths have no voice without these celebrities? Can they do it without the celebrities? What is your take on this?
The ordinary youth is going through a lot. COVID-19 has exposed the government of Nigeria that does not have the capacity to lead Nigeria. Also, COVID-19 has been able to show us that this present government has truly failed us. This present government has no capacity to rule Nigeria. This present government is sectional and sentimental. This present government rides on nepotism. This present government has nothing to offer Nigeria. Sometimes I feel that Buhari is not aware of everything that happens around him just because of his health condition. And the cabals around him will do everything possible to come and tell him the story that he wants to hear. And these few cabals are the one running Nigerians. You know what I'm saying? From the Attorney General, who I feel is the president of Nigeria now, from the governor of now Kaduna State, El Rufai, that in his wash, a lot of Christians have been killed for so many times, every day, every second, and he has not done anything about it. Don't forget that this same governor came out a few months ago, during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, to protest against Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And while Goodluck Ebele Jonathan accepted defeat to allow Buhari to come and become the president, months later, militants that came in from Mali were paid 100 billion. It was the same governor that said it. Go and Google it, you see it. We're paid 100 billion. You pay them 100 billion to what? To leave the country. Who brought them into the country in the first place? There were stories, there were arrests that had happened. There were a lot of political prisoners, a lot of comrades that have been arrested, and they're still in prison in Kaduna State. Thank God that United States of America has been able to beam a searchlight in a couple of states in the north, and I'm happy that Kaduna State is one of them. God bless United States of America. We need more of that. Now, the youth that you know today are talking because they are hungry. I'm talking about the artists now. They don't truly care about the people. They just either it's because for 6 months COVID-19 hasn't been able to let anybody perform. People are angry. People are mad. I mean, this has affected the entertainment industry more than anything, right? But what about the ordinary people? What about the ordinary people that cannot even afford a food, three times the feeding? What about the ones that their children just resume schools and have not worked for 6 months during this COVID-19 and doesn't know how to pay their school fees? What about the minister that lied to us that children were fed at home during the COVID-19 and approximately nothing less than 2.7 billion was stolen, was found in another person's account, and none of the children in Southeast and Southwest receive any food or palliatives? Bruce, listen, man, this NSAS-O movement has gotten Nigeria to waking up from their sleep. The youth are up. They are not joking. They know the real and they know the fake now. They know who. I mean, I told you, even up to now, I'm still having messages. People are apologizing to me. I don't know. You guys have not done nothing wrong. Why are you apologizing? That is, people are feeling guilty of everything they have thought about me, for standing to fight for them, for being prostituted, for going through everything that I've went through, just for Nigeria to be okay. I've traveled all over the world. I should have decided to just take one of the nationality and just chill. Don't I know how to enjoy? But listen, man, it's not about that. I'm not a coward. Listen, man, if worse come to worse, this is what will happen. Let the North hold the North. Let Oduduwa go and take Oduduwa. Let the Igbos go and take their Biafra or whatever they want to do. And that will lead us back to regional government. And regional government
So basically, what you're saying now is that you're reconfirming.
Next time, hold on. Next time when you are interviewing somebody, always let him finish before you come in with another question, because you don't know. Let him land, please. Yeah. So we'll come back to the other thing you want to ask me. So it is important that Nigerians understand that. Listen, man, it's two things: restructure Nigeria now. Let everybody be happy so that we go back to regional government. So where everybody control his resources. Or let those who are agitating for Oduduwa and Biafra go on their own way. Waiting now, not by force. Listen, man, and it will be done non-violence, because people are tired. People are tired. I believe in Nigeria. I've been clamoring and campaigning for Nigeria. In fact, listen, man, all my 3 decades is about singing about ills in the society. I've went through everything. So now that they are all waking up now, make them suffer and small, make them see CRCB. Then they will understand, say this now, what Eedris AbdulKareem go through. Should be the thing don't reach everybody now. So, but I want to encourage them not to give up. I want to encourage them to stand up. I want to encourage them to stay strong. And all our demands are listed. If it is not working, I think the alternative is for everybody to go their own way. Ojoro no day.
Okay, okay. So basically, what you're saying, which I was trying to buttress the point earlier, is that this NSAS and all this stuff that people are doing, he ain't gonna make no difference unless Nigeria
NSAS is
breaks
just
the country.
NSAS is just one aspect of many inequalities that have been happening in Nigeria. Many problems that must be solved. Many problems that need every youth to be on the street. For God's sake, I slept on the street the day before yesterday, and today I'm still sleeping on the street
Yeah, we saw
because
that.
we are demanding, we are asking for what we have been asking for. Thank God that I've been the only one that have been doing that. So they thought I was mad, I was crazy. Thank God all of them they have realized now. They are all outside. So alhamdulillah, to God be the glory. So that's the way forward for Nigeria. But if that is not
Okay.
happening, please let people go do their own thing.
Yeah, thank you very much. Apologies earlier when you said I was cutting you short. Basically, I was just trying to buttress the point because you were making some points which I was about to
Yeah.
ask you. So rather than you
Yes, brother.
answering them again, I just wanted to like quickly
Yeah.
chip that in so that at least you can have
Oh,
enough time for you to talk more about it. Now, I want to talk
I got you.
about the Nigerians in the diaspora.
Yeah.
You're someone that has been all over the world. You've traveled. You've been to America. So 1 second. You've been to America. You've been to the UK. 1 second, there, please. Yeah. 1 second, if you don't mind. Yeah. One
Yeah,
second.
check it. Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me just sort out the. Yeah. One
Yes,
one
please.
second, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's just a little bit of distraction. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
You're
It's
someone
okay.
that has been all over, and you've had experience of how governments are run in different countries. You've seen how 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 freedom feels like. I've been in the UK close to 20 years right now, and I can tell you that there's been loads and loads of difference compared to when I was growing up in Nigeria. Now, one of the major problems with people like me in the diaspora is the fact that coming back to the country almost sounds like suicidal, if you understand what I mean. We see what is happening every now and then.
That's right.
And you can imagine that me
That's right.
coming back in the UK, coming back to Nigeria, I know our dress, you got tattoos and all that. Then you know the fact that there's high possibility that you can be harassed. And I can tell you for
Yeah.
sure right now that there's a lot of people like myself that live most of our life in the UK are scared going back to Nigeria. In fact, some of us are thinking that if we have the chance, we could actually dish a Nigerian passport and hold on to the British passport. Do you think
Hmm.
is the right way of thinking? And how do you think the Nigerians in the diaspora can help as well in the agitation for a free state?
I think the Nigerians in diaspora have been doing a lot of beautiful, 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 great work. I've seen a couple of the Yorubas in diaspora agitating all over the world with the Oduduwa nation. I've also seen the Nnamdi Kanu team Biafra doing the same thing. But I think the Yoruba has gone far beyond in achieving the Oduduwa nation if that's what they truly want to achieve. The fact now is to know those who are behind it. Are those individual trustworthy? The Yoruba tribe is the biggest thing that ever happened to any children, anybody, because it teaches you the culture, tradition, and teaches you how to respect and all that. But what the Yoruba culture did not teach its children is making sure that they don't lie and they don't snitch and they don't backbite and they don't snitch each other out for money. And that is the way the Yoruba has been surviving from the days of Awolowo that have been betrayed, to Abiola that has been betrayed, to a lot of them that have been betrayed. So the Yoruba has a good fight to achieve the Oduduwa nation, but the level and how fast it will get to achieve it depends on the eradicating of the betrayals that might come from those back in Nigerians that might want to see it as a threat. You understand what I'm saying, to the Nigerian nation.
Hmm.
So that
Hmm.
I've respected, that I feel that I've respected so much, that I know that it can never be bought over by anybody for no reason, is Ibaganu Adam, which is the Are Ono Kakanfo. Now, don't forget, back in the days, the Are has been arrested during the Abacha regime. He was offered different things to denounce OPC, the Odua people movement. He never did. In fact, um, um, couple of obas from the southwest were invited, and were during Obasanjo, when Obasanjo now took over, were invited to be in a room to hear whether Are Ono Kakanfo will collect money in Ghana must go that was prepared for him, but he did not sell the Yoruba out. That is the
Hmm.
only man that is making me. That is the only man that will all that I will that will stand for. That I will go out. I will go out for when it gets to the time that I need to make a choice between whether I have to take my people in the north or Yoruba. But if Are Ono Kakanfo is not involved in anything that has to do with the Yoruba nation, then trust me, um, they are using it for another propaganda for another person. Watch before 2023 or after 2023. You say Eedris said it again. I always prophesize about things. So this is the time for the Yorubas to come together and ask themselves a question. Listen, we have paid our dues in the Nigerian country. We have done a lot of things. If our Lord never gave most of them education that time, there wouldn't have been the progress and success that are in the Southwest. So what are they doing? What are they doing to do the same thing to generation and generation to come? But this individual have been, oh, finally, oh, I just put on the gen. Let me join now.
Yes, if you're just joining us, we're still on the Nigeria, a failed state, live Heritage TV from London. And of course, we've all heard from the horse's mouth that Nigeria itself is a failed country. And according to Eedris AbdulKareem, the only way Nigeria can be better is for everyone to go their ways. Now it's to boil down to people like us in the diaspora. How are we going to take it? I know there's been a lot of people, most especially I was sure that Heritage TV has been one of the only TV station in the UK that has been fighting hard to make the people heard. And I'll tell you what, this has got nothing to do with selfish gain or political, not at all. It's based on the fact that people are actually saying enough is enough. The sad situation is an high hope now to everyone to show the real devastated state that Nigeria is right now. And that is why we've had the likes of Nnamdi Kanu coming out and saying, you know what, we're better off if everybody just go their way, because the truth still remains that fighting ending SARS is still not going to change the situation. Yes, I think is Mr. Idris, are you back? Okay, like we're saying, he's gone, he's gone to sort out the gen. That shows you can imagine a country that the citizen cannot even boast of 24 hours electricity. Forget about the fact that I'm here in the UK, almost 20 years in the UK. I also had the experience. And I'll be honest with you, I've only been to the UK once in 15 years. The only reason I went back to I've only been to Nigeria once in 15 years. Sorry about that. The only time I went back to Nigeria was actually to bury my dad, which I felt was a necessity. And why? Because I'm scared to be harassed. I'm scared to be killed. And at the same time, I don't think I can walk freely in a country that does not recognize the freedom of its citizen. And this bad ideology is being passed right from the top down to the bottom. The SARS that we're complaining about are fellow Nigerian citizens as well. And these are people that I think they're deprived. These are people that are jobless. These are people that are hungry. And you can imagine giving them guns for them to protect the people. They're going to fight for themselves. So I personally believe that Nigeria is in a state whereby it's beyond fixing. And the only thing that can fix the country, if at all it can be fixed, is accountability. And that is the reason why we see the uprising and people agitating for a breakup. We're seeing it happening in the South. We're seeing it happening in the West. Because once that is being done, then there can be accountability. We see different regions fighting for their own police. They want to take control of their own police force. Who are SARS? SARS are meant to be part or an organ of the Nigerian police force. Their main purpose, if for those of us that don't even know the full meaning of it, said is special anti-robbery squad. And what that means is that these are people that are trained to protect the people. Now imagine the same people that are trained to protect the people happens to be the one that will rob, that will kill, that will physically abuse, that will rape the fellow citizen. And if we in the diaspora keep on hearing this sort of message, how do we want to come back home to invest? How do we want to feel safe? I for sure, I'll be honest with you, I have to pray hard to even, the moment I stepped back on the plane, that was when I felt free. That yes, I can come back home safely. I know some you guys, but the truth remains that we are monitoring, we are watching what is going on. Oh, we have Mr. Eedris back in back. Hello, sir. Hello, sir, Mr. Eedris. Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you put on your microphone? I think your mic is off. Uh, can you hear me? Okay. Why is still about dealing with the phone and coming back? The question I want to ask is people in Nigeria, living in Nigeria, still believe that we in the diaspora, we can still do more to help. A couple of days, if you guys are watching the news, a lot of youths in the United Kingdom came together and they marched straight to the Nigerian embassy. And what for one thing, just for one thing, not just to end SARS, but to stop the unfairness in the country. I believe ending SARS doesn't mean ending corruption in Nigeria. I believe ending SARS doesn't end police brutality in Nigeria. I believe ending SARS does not end unfairness and injustice in the country. But are the Nigerian youths totally awake? I hope this is not just a gimmick. Are they totally awake? Because the same energy and the same effort they've used, which I must commend for the first time ever in the history compared to about 25, 30 years ago, it was only the students of universities that will come out, and we call that a looter, that will actually come out and fight and stand against the government. But now we have a combination of ordinary youths in the university, on the street, working class, everybody coming together to fight against this injustice. And I believe there's still more that can be done, which is basically tackling it from the roots. And like Eedris AbdulKareem said earlier, he said the best way is for everyone to go the different ways. And the point in that is all about accountability. Because when everybody owns their own, they can actually be able to hold people responsible for a failure in government, but not in the state of Nigeria. Eedris AbdulKareem sang it really loud more than a decade ago. He was arrested. He was brutalized. And there's so many people as well that would like to come out and talk about this, challenge the government. Like Baba Fela would say that, my people, they fear too much. But how long are we going to sit down and fold our hands and ruin the life? I'm not even talking about Nigeria, because Nigeria on its own is messed up. But you ruin the life of our children, of the upcoming youth. And this is why something needs to be done. Is Mr. Eedris back in the studio? And look at this. We just want to have few minutes of interview. But because the country is failed, lack of electricity, now we have to be waiting for our guests to come back in the studio. So is the problem of Nigeria just SARS? I think it's way beyond SARS. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and they were saying to me that if they pay SARS, if they pay them well, that all of this is not going to be happening. But one thing we've forgotten is that if they eventually yield to that and start paying the police, they will find other ways, yeah, to meet up with the atrocities. If they're paying SARS, that money is coming from, is Nigerian money, but they assume it's their money. So if they start paying the police well, that means in their head, they're losing more money. Then what happens is that they're going to start affecting the citizens in another way by depriving them of another essential commodity. Are we still going to sit down after ending SARS? I believe there's still a lot of work to be done. I hope Mr. Eedris AbdulKareem can come back online, because I still have some serious questions, because he is one of the few artists, active artists in the country that have tasted both the pro and the post Afrobeat era. we can never rule out the impotence of the entertainment industry in fighting the war against unfairness, injustice in Nigeria. What do you expect if the youths are jobless? There's power in the media. Most of these youths have no job because the government is not creating jobs. What they need to turn to before they go mad is music, is entertainment. Even with this coronavirus thing going on now, we've seen a lot of talent that has actually emerged from the Nigerian youth. Mr. Eedris, are you back now? Okay. Yeah, it will join us. I could see he's trying to log on. Let's still wait for him. Yeah. So basically, entertainment is a strong tool because right now the Nigerian youth, they're fed up, they're tired. It's not just a fight against that. It's a fight against maltreatment of the all citizens of the state. And it's a good thing we're having all these celebrities in the entertainment industry coming out and lending their voice. Because what that does is that it encourages. I can tell you that if someone like Davido of Whiskey talks, the youths are more likely to listen than when the president of Nigeria talks. And this is why we need to focus on what is working and what is not working. You can imagine it took how many days and how many lives lost before the Nigerian president can actually come out and make a speech and address the situation. In the Western world that we are right now, for example, in the UK, the Prime Minister would have taken his time within few hours to come out and address the country, but not in the case of Nigeria. How do you expect people like us that can come back to the country to invest money, to make that country better? How do you expect us to have confidence in the country? It's not going to work. People was in the country for, no matter how much we're staying outside the country, we were Nigerians first. And I want the Nigerian youth to be rest assured that we in the UK, we're solidly behind you. We're feeling your pain. And that's why some of us believe that it will be better for everybody to go their ways. Because this is when accountability steps in. Wait, I'm not so sure if we're gonna be having Mr. Eedris back online now. I mean, but we might just want to take a quick break and just listen to the song again, Nigeria Jaga Jaga, because it's just something. It's a song that truly and truly explains the situation of Nigeria. It wasn't that bad then when they did the song, but right now I can tell you, if you have listened to the song.
Now the first son of Jesus. Tell them. Captain Osa. Tell them. Investing money in Edo State. He invested in agriculture. Tell them. And he bring for investors. Man of peace, man of unity. Tell them. Captain Osa know they find.
Hello.
Oh, welcome back, the legend himself, Mr. Eedris AbdulKareem. It's not easy
Yes.
dealing with NEPA
Sorry.
in Nigeria. I'll be alive.
The network na jaga jaga, everything for Nigeria na
Now,
jaga
Jaga
jaga.
Jaga, Jaga Jaga 20 years ago, is still GT, Jaga Jaga still dey happen.
It's so
Welcome
sad.
back,
It's so
welcome back,
sad.
welcome back, my brother. Yeah, welcome back.
Thank
So
you.
I was saying,
Thank you.
when you were offline, I was saying, talking about we in the diaspora. Yeah. And I'm glad
Yes.
that
Yes.
you saw the efforts that's been made. Now, I want to throw a question to you, right? Someone like me, will you advise me to stop thinking like a Nigerian completely and start looking up? I'm Yoruba, and there's an agitation for the Odua state as well. And there's loads and loads and loads of children as well that like to associate themselves. Because don't forget that after the break, if Nigeria eventually break up, there's still a lot of work to be done in people in the diaspora to change the mentality that you are no more a Nigerian, you are Odua or you are Biafran. Yeah. So will you advise people like me to dish my Nigerian passport and start preparing for the new state based on the state of Nigeria at the moment?
It's a beautiful idea. How can you when the Yoruba people themselves in Nigeria are scared to come out and associate with them for what you guys are feeling and standing for? There's so much going on, politicking on the ground. I'll break it down. Um, at the moment, I guess it and is the only state in the South that endorsed to build Amotekun Corps. Now, Lagos State hasn't passed it into the bill. Other states too in the Southwest. Why? Because politicking. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back. Sorry. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Wait a minute. So where should I continue? I don't know if everything I've been saying you didn't hear. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you clearly. We can hear you.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh my God.
Hello? I can hear you clearly.
Zoom is all right, man. What's up?
Mr. Eedris, I think people are trying to connect to your phone. That's why we keep losing you.
But it doesn't sound like you can hear me.
If you cannot hear us, just come out and go back in again. I believe that is the problem. Come out
My
and go
phone
in
is
again.
right here.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I think
you're doing well
I'm
now.
giving me
We can hear you now.
Hello?
Hello, yeah, go
Can you hear
ahead
me
now.
now?
We can hear you. Yes,
Can you
absolutely.
hear me?
We can hear
Okay,
you.
so I think the Yorubas are not ready. I think the Yorubas in diasporas are ready, but the Yorubas at home are not ready. And the Yorubas at home needs to inspire the Yorubas out there to be able to achieve this. I would like to say that Governor Shea Makinde is one governor that truly, truly, truly believes in the Yoruba movement. And I respect them for that. Amotekun has been politicized in some states. Up to now, we are waiting for Lagos State to endorse Amotekun. Lagos State has not endorsed Amotekun because they know exactly why they are scared of 2023. And I don't want to go. But I think there should be more awareness. There should be more door-to-door awareness in Nigeria for the Yoruba communities, the Yoruba tradition, the traditional rulers to all have in their mind that, listen, For us to be able to achieve Oduduwa Nation, we need to first of all achieve everything that has to do with Nigeria. If we can not achieve restructuring, and that means we cannot achieve Oduduwa. If we can achieve restructuring, that means we can achieve Oduduwa. Are you with? So Nigeria. So first, I will advise every Yoruba individual at home in Nigeria to come out and be part of this protest, because it's still part of your protest to achieve what you agitate Oduduwa Nation. But for us achievers to be able to need to be part of this protest that is going, because to do with this protest, everything will be talked about. Yoruba has added value to the lives and the economy of Nigeria, and they truly deserve the best. Imagine if we have an Oduduwa Nation, I'm very, very sure that with level of education, a lot of people will be inspired to do more, and a lot of people want to work more, and we can come out greatly. To be able to, we all need to be part of movement above ending SACS, test of electricity, giving us without pay. Also, investing in education for goodness sake. You know what I mean? Many things to talk about. Many things. Many things to talk about. And that's the only way to go. If we cannot achieve the Nigeria of our dream, we will never be able to achieve the Oduduwa of our dream. It is during achieving this, during this protest, that we can achieve and demand for a new constitution that will now become accepted as a regional government. That means we are going back to the regional government, and that will now give us opportunity and say, okay, listen, man, Southwest, this is yours. Do it. Let there be competition. Show us how much you make every year. Let's see what's going on. And that's the way forward. And anybody that is against that, is a very evil person.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And one more question. I want to come back to the issue of SARS.
Oh my God.
Can you hear me?
Hello, wait a minute, hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, great. Okay, great. I hear you. Great.
Okay,
all right, good.
Fantastic. Yeah. I want to come back to the issue of SARS. I'm linking this to the Nigerians and the diaspora. You see, Nigerians has been labeled to be, I believe during your time when you did the song and all that, one of the things you were singing then, probably if you have to touch to the area of Yahoo Yahoo, yeah, you might be talking about the likes of the 419 then. Back then, there was nothing like Yahoo Yahoo then. It was 419. But right now, it's one of the major issues that is actually affecting Nigeria. Not just affecting Nigeria, affecting Nigerians in the diaspora as well. Now, someone like me, if you work anywhere and you say you're in Nigeria, one of the first things that comes to people's mind is, oh, you guys are the fraudsters. And in a way that we in the diaspora, the ones that are working hard, are trying our best to still represent the country, yeah, to show that the country still got some good citizens that are actually doing well. And Nigeria, on the other hand, saying that they are fighting against this cybercrime, which was one of the things that bring back to SARS. Now, if SARS is eradicated, like they're saying is eradicated, yeah, I believe Nigeria will still be going through the problem of cybercrime, because even the SARS are not even helping at all. So I want to ask you, do you see the situation changing with the issue of cybercrime if Nigeria everybody decide to go their way. Biafra takes their own position, Yoruba people takes their own position, do you think that would change the problem with the cybercrime that Nigerian is well known for all over the world?
Hello.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
Don't let us be sentimental with what we say. A criminal is a criminal, and if you cannot pay the time, don't do the crime. There are Yorubas that are criminals. Oh, hello.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
So
go on.
Let us be sentimental. So if the crime is behind.
Hello. I think we lost him again due to bad
we're very sorry for that. It's because Eedris is a very high-profile citizen of Oduduwa Nation, and that is why so many people are interrupting our broadcast with calling him and sending messages to him. We should hopefully have him back shortly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes. While waiting for Mr. Eedris to come back, now we're talking about the issue of cybercrime, which I think is linked directly to SARS as well. If I want to break this down, the SARS, most especially the bad eggs, are actually, the irony of it is that they were employed by the so-called corrupt leaders to help clean up the street against cyber criminals. But what happened is this: they are now making a living out of these guys. If you're in the diaspora and you're listening to me, what is basically happening is that these bad eggs, when they wake up in the morning, all they think about is that I need to grab hold. It's like a gold if they grab hold of a Yahoo boy. Now, normally on an in an ideal world, if they get hold of a criminal is meant to be persistent, to go through the justice system to find out if they're guilty or not. But in the case of SARS, they are the police, they are the courts, they are the judge to decide the case. So what they do is that they make money off these guys. Now, think about it. If they've been doing it for long and no one is stopping them, and these cyber criminals as well knows that if they get caught by local SARS, all they need to do is to pay them some money and they'll be off. But the issue of that is that it does affect the entire Nigerian society. Not just that, it affects people in the diaspora as well. It's so bad that when you're being stopped by the police or you find yourself in an organization, and the moment you mention that you are a Nigerian, the first thing that comes to people's mind is cybercrime. I'm telling you right now, even the slogan, Yahoo, Yahoo, Yahoo. Non-Nigerians, what people would tell you the meaning and even go more into details of how it works. Ending SARS, I believe it makes no difference anyway. The only difference ending SARS is going to bring is the fact that people will feel a bit more safer. People will be a bit more comfortable to walk on the street. But if we have to look at it from an holistic point of view, there's still this problem. My name, even my skin and my accent will actually sell me out to a non-Nigerian to know where I am from. But I don't want to be labeled a criminal. And this is where we need to look beyond ending SARS, because it does affect.
Right here. Turn up my microphone. Shit. Russ, I better turn my microphone on. Shit. It's time to hear some reality. 204. AbdulKareem. What up?
Nigeria, jaga, jaga. Everything's scatter. Come on, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. Nigeria, jaga, jaga. Everything's scatter. Come on, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. I'm I came to your house. You know, take money and rape your wife. Went straight up to your bedside. Say fake now, you're down. Which I'm robber, no one money. Which I'm robber, no one Johnny. Now political, I'm robber with that. Now waiting the kill Nigeria ho. Nigeria jaga jaga.
Areas destroyed during the January 27, 2002 bomb blast.
Gunshot in the air. Nigeria jaga jaga. Everything scatter. Come on, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. If you say Kiyamo Pia, they lock him for jail for Abuja. Kingsley has been himself day for day. Had they been there, now they beat all of them. Yeah, inside prison. Everything scatter. Come on, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air, what you say? Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. Come on, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. Come on, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. Africa, please love your land. Africa is no more the land. We did grow. Hey, there's still that world. We did grow. There's still bad world.
What about Koja now?
Once you go water, NEPA, once you get regular. For one night for Nigeria, I get to Ikeja, 100 naira. West Coast City, now popular. Action film for Nigeria.
This is what y'all still do now.
He did lead big right. Buy estate for Calabar. That Nalaberia Mafia. For Nigeria, everything's jaga. Woman, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air, what you say? Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. Woman, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air. Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. Woman, they suffer. Bossa. Gunshot in the air.
Yes, welcome back. Nigeria jaga. Everything scatter. Poor man, they suffer. That is still, this song was released more than a decade ago. But to be honest with you, that is just still the state of Nigeria. I would like to say a very big thank you to Mr. Eedris AbdulKareem for joining us on Heritage TV tonight. It was unfortunate that we couldn't go ahead with the interview because of some technical difficulties, but at least it made clear his motives, and he actually dropped some words of advice, which I believe that the Nigerian youth will have seen one or two things from that. Yes, I'll remain your humble self, DJ Mind the Gap. And thank you. And this is where we're going to draw a curtain tonight. And don't forget to stay locked on to Heritage TV as we'll be bringing you more exclusive content. Have a good night from London, United Kingdom. Thank you.